Welcome to another episode of That Crazy Triangle Guy. As you can clearly see here, sorry, that was the wrong chart. Looking at render versus US dollar on the hourly time frame here. Now, if we hold support here at around 670, I don't know what to tell you. Now, zooming out a bit. Let's zoom out a bit. You can see that we, excuse me, met our target a week early for a change, a dramatic change. Usually it's months later. But we're a week early hitting that target here at about 690 something. And, well, yeah, we came up through it here. Well, the center line of the channel is the target. It just happened to be at 692 there. So here it's at 670. If we hold that, dude, I'm telling you, man, look at this. Look what this thing has done. This kind of looks like that other chart. Anyway, what is that center line? Let's zoom out a bit here. Center line is the center line of this green channel. Now, it's not very big. Let's make it bigger. There we go. This light green colored channel, this is the bottom. Let me go on a weekly. Let's go on a weekly time frame here. So we can, whoa, where did everything go? The hell? Oh, there it is. There's the light green channel. There's another X right up there. I think we discussed this on our previous video. Anyway, there's a light green channel. This blue vertical line is the halving event, approximately on 420. And last time we were at the bottom of this green channel was around end of September here. Maybe even yep, end of September, right there, September 25th, the week of September 25th. And that's where we blasted off from the bottom of this channel at, what price? About $1.50. Just under $1.50 render was back in those days, September 25th, 2023. And here we've come up. Oh, I didn't realize that. We came up to the center line of the channel back here. That was when the center line was at about $5. Sweet. Came up to the center line of that channel there at $5. And that's where we formed everything in the planet, formed this bull flag pattern here. It should have been like December. Yep. December through January, we form this bull flag pattern on most of the altcoins. Now that's our cup and handle pattern. You can see my handle right there that I drew, and we are exploding out of it. Yeah, so remember, Render and Chainlink were battling like for who would be the leader in this race. Now everybody will follow, all the altcoins, Ethereum and Bitcoin as well. And a lot of them are forming, I've gone over this time and time again, a lot of them are forming cup and handle patterns like Render here, and others are forming ascending triangles. But nonetheless, these long-term huge breakout patterns are just about to bust a move across the board here. So back to where we were. Bottom of the channel, $1.50. Now we're at the center line of the channel here at $7. Top of the channel. If we were to continue up like these blue channels here, which I don't think we'll do, we'd be up there at $22 in mid-May. But I imagine we don't go straight up like that. hell, we could get rejected here and come all the way back down to $4. I don't know what's going to happen, and nobody does, but what I believe is going to happen is that we hold this as support and maybe do a little hot cha-cha over here and continue up here. And we will hit the top of this channel maybe June, the week of June 10th, June 17th, something like that, around $22, $25. Possibly. Now, just wanted to point out the action here with the daily Gaussian channel while we're here. It's typical behavior where we get sucked into the daily Gaussian channel, travel between the mean band and the upper band of the channel, and come down to the bottom briefly and back up, interact more with the mean band and the top of the channel, try to break out, fall back in, bounce off, well, I didn't really bounce off the mean band here, but hold it as support, and typically when we break out, we bust upwards. So that's what we did there. I don't think there's really anything to see here on these weekly indicators. We got the RSI, stochastic RSI, the BBWP, the stochastic indicator. They're up the upper portions, but nothing looks, we can hang out there. We can hang out up here for a while, like we did back here. This one's still coming up. This guy is way above its trend line, way above its moving average. Same thing on the daily. I'm not going to bore you with that. And here's a look at the 5-minute chart. Really love the 5-minute chart because you can really see the action here. How we came and held this blue line as support, came all the way, wicked right up to that center line there, got rejected, and now we're bouncing off the center line here. Now, I'm not going to get too scared if we fall through here. Looking for, you know, it's nice, it's sweet that we aren't, but, you know, you get fake outs and shakeouts and what have you. Looking for support there on a longer term time frame. But, yeah, sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet here. Okay, so that's it for render. You know, I'm going to go look at Chainlink now. So here's Chainlink on the weekly time frame versus US dollar. And here we have our target here. It doesn't look like we're hitting it, but let's keep in mind we put that for next week. Chainlink's got another week to get there. So render was early, remember that. So it's around $31. I think it's kind of a bit wild if you ask me, but it's the target, so we'll see what happens. And where did I get that target? I got the target from this pole here. Looks very reasonable, and that's where it takes us. So what are we doing here? Looks like Chainlink got rejected off of this lower dashed line, horizontal dashed line. It's coming back down. Where are you going, Chainlink? Let's zoom in and see what's happening. But before we zoom in, let's draw this perfectly parallel line at the bottom of our channel, our major channel. Oh, look, I already did that. And look, there's our perfectly parallel line, the pink one. Right there, I got it. Let's see what's going on here. We came down here and bounced. We're looking at the 4-hour chart now. Let's see if that lines up. Well, you know what? Look at that right there. It does line up with this action right there. Let's see if it lines up with anything in the past. Well, look at that. It looks like it's holding that. That meets that right there. And as well, That little green wick right there, if you can see that. Yeah, pretty much meets that wick right there. And these guys right here, this guy right here. This is on a 4-hour time frame. We held this line as support here. And here. And here. So that's a good sign. Now, could we come down to the center line of this channel? Sure. Even the top of this downward sloping channel? Maybe. So that's about 1580. That's about 1660. Well, that would be quite a bit. We don't want to do that. We want to stay up here. Let's try to stay up here if we can. Okay. Let's go on a daily time frame, see if any of that jives here. See what we see here. I'm doing this live. This is, what the hell? Get out of there. Everybody out. So I've never done this. Oh, shoot. What we need to do is extend this line. Setting. What the hell am I doing? I'm not in the right spot here. I need to be here. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Wouldn't be the first time. Extend left line. There we go. Now we can go back here, see if that line runs into anything. Oh, look at that. Runs into that. That's pretty nice. Back in August of 22. You can see how it has been a line of support and resistance in the past. Very clearly. We don't have any other action up here. This is in 2020-21, so that's what we're doing right there. Let's hold it, guys. Let's hold that line right there. So, looking to bounce here. That is at around 1804. Around 18 bucks, let's say. Around 18 bucks. Now, let's look at our other indicators here for chain link. Oh, they're going. I got to draw some lines, so I'll be back. So we've got the weekly RSI blown up here because I want to show you that I drew this trend line so that it's contacting the most recent low points here and not quite this one. If I connected those two, then this is like out of whack up here. So that's that. So you can see we got a lot of room there. Say similar to render on all those things we're looking at. I don't know. Everything looks normal here as far as I'm concerned. And that's the weekly and the daily. Now the daily, oh shoot, you know what? I have to go back to the weekly because I'll just do it here. I forgot to turn the visibility on this line. Let's, come here. I want to touch that line. And I want to turn the visibility off on the daily. There we go. And the hourly. All right, so let's go back to the daily now. There we go. And you can see on the daily, let's just see if we can make this guy, well, we can't. Hold on a second. Alrighty, we're back, and you can see here on the daily, I've blown the daily up, and we are right on this trend line, so we want to bounce here, and I think we can do that. We're also on the center line of the bull bear separator thingy there, so I think this is doable. I think we're looking for a bounce, looking, praying, whatever. And looks like, yeah, these indicators are all on the bottom. They're ready to flip around and head back upwards. So let's do it. Let's do it and see if we can get back up to, what did I say, 22, 25? What did I say? Where are we going? Oh, 30. 31. Let's say 31. Maybe next week. That would be excellente. So at one point, Chainlink was leading the charge, but Render has taken over, and the race is on. I had lost these little dashed lines, horizontal dashed lines here for a second. I guess I've made them only visible on the weekly, which shows that I'm learning to keep my lines where they belong. So let's go see what is that horizontal, the first horizontal dashed line. Oh, look at that. It's where we had support here. We're on the weekly time frame, and it's the top right here. So it makes sense that we got rejected right there at that line. Kind of poked through it a little bit too, just like we did here. So that was our rejection. So now we have to struggle to get above that line. But once we do, look at where we go on these other charts. Tend to go up a lot. So that's a good sign. How far up do we go? $29 there, maybe. These guys go way up to 36. Yeah, so looking good. Let's see if anything is at 31.31. That guy's about there. All right, so looking good. Let's leave that well enough alone. And now for the star of our show. Bitcoin versus US dollar on the Bitcoin index, US dollar, whatever index. What kind of order am I supposed to say that in? Bitcoin index versus US dollar. Something like that. I don't know. Leave a comment to tell me how you think I should say it. We're on the weekly time frame. Nah, we don't want to look at that. Oh, we could. You can note here that we are holding support on this pink parallel channel right there. That's nice. And you can also see that we are traveling between the green dashed line here and the pink parallel channel. But you can't really see that on the weekly. On the daily, clearly see that action here. And actually, if you zoom in on the daily, look at this. Look at that nice little line. This nice little line of support we have at 51,700. We are below that now on this brand new day that we're doing. Why are we down there? I imagine we'll close right back up. No, well, I don't know. But I believe that this is, and I think I'm not the only one, that this is DCG Genesis. Genesis, part of the DCG group from the Gemini Earn program. dumping their Grayscale shares. Now they had like 1.3 or 4 billion shares to dump, which was, I forget, I did the math before, but it's a lot of Bitcoin. But it can be met fairly quickly with this daily volume here in the daily volume, $30,000. I mean 30,000 Bitcoins. What are we trading here? Anyway, if we go to let's go to an hourly though. How many are we doing hourly? 1,000 or 2 Bitcoin hourly. Yeah, so you can see this is what I saw last night. I'm like, yeah, look at this. This looks like someone's just dumping, just slowly pouring their Bitcoins out of their little cup into the market, and it's all getting sucked up right here. Now, is this a plan? Do they got some sort of behind the scenes deal where like, hey, we're gonna dump all this and you buy it here, or is everybody just trying to get it? And they're going, hey, you know what? We're going to get it before you guys right here. Possibly. Who knows? But that's what you got going on right there. And so we are, what do I want to talk about here? Forgot what I wanted to talk about. All right, what I wanted to talk about with regards to Bitcoin is the RSI chart here, which I have pulled up. It looks pretty good. So what you have here is Bitcoin's up here, getting a little bit light green there, and came down through the mean band. What is that? The moving average. Came down through the moving average and have crossed through our trend line here, but keep in mind this is a daily thing that hasn't closed yet. Yesterday we were at 73-ish, and so this is today, but it could end up anywhere. It could end up down here, it could end up here, but regardless, so it's testing the trend line. But what is very interesting is if you go back in time, let's go back in time to where? Where are we going back in time to? Oh, we're going back in time to right here. October 12th, 2023. You can see where Bitcoin did something similar, where it crossed down through the moving average and came right down to its trend line here and bounced. Same thing here on September 11th. Came down through the trend line more sharply here and bounced. Well, it didn't even, through the moving average and down to the trend line and bounced. Didn't even kind of bounce before it even touched there. So you got those two instances right there. September 11th and October 12th. Let's go to our little chart here. And you know what? I'm going to switch to a different Bitcoin chart that has... Oh, you know what? I'll stay here on this chart. Let's do a little of this guy. Go back to those dates in time. There's September 11th. Oh, look, here we are. September 11th. That's where we had this red candle down to this line, whatever that line is, but had this red candle down here, and we bounced. And arguably that was the start of this entire bull rally. Although gradually coming upwards here, I remember I did talk about this action here, and I was getting very, very excited because I was watching the action on the 5-minute chart here. And this is October 12th, did we say? Same thing. This red candle, wick, bounce, and boom. That is most definitely the start of this bull rally that has continued on through till today, taking us from a mere $26,000. $26,000 and doubled Bitcoin's price in, let me count on my fingers, October, November, December, January, February, 4 months. 4 months. 4 months from now would be March, April, May, June, middle of June. So we've come up here, and now I will switch to a different chart. So this is Bitcoin US dollar on Binance. You can see right here, it says that. And it's just a cleaner chart that I have on this layout here. Now, and you know what? Okay, before I do this, I want to draw some more lines, if that's okay with you. All right, here we are looking at the Bitcoin chart on a weekly time frame. And it's been, I predicted, since August 28th. August 28th, right there, right back here, that Bitcoin was about to enter a mega bull rally that would take us through the end of the year and possibly into January. At that time, I didn't really know how long it would last. I just knew it would last a long time and it would be a mega rally. And that is exactly what we have done. And I said it was going to be a mega rally all the way up to $62,000. Currently at 51.5. Now, since then, kind of lowered my expectations. Thought, maybe we'll hit, because everybody else is so bearish, calling for 32 this and 28 that and whatever, looking for these big crashes. So I said, 58, 62, maybe we don't get all the way up to 62. So anyway, here is a bearish case scenario with a flagpole from here to the top of this flag pattern and carrying that on up to here puts us at about 58, 59. So I thought, hey, yeah, I'll take it. And it takes us to the center line of this channel, which is the channel we've been traveling upwards in here. We came up here, came along the center line, back down to the bottom, and this would take us back up to the center line. It seems to make sense. So that is one possibility. Certainly a possibility that this is where the rally ends for now, up at about 59,000-ish. And then maybe at that point we would trade sideways some more over into the halving event. Maybe then we follow this red channel, possibly. That red channel looks like a nice channel to follow. See how it's captured price action back in this movement here. And we've traded about that red channel too. So that's one possibility. Now the mega bull rally will begin right about here, I believe. So certainly, sure, that's one scenario. Another scenario would be if you look at it on the daily, I have some other lines that extend a bit longer for the pull, back all the way to that October 12th date where this rally actually started. Those other ones started up here where this first mega busty move was. But if you take them all the way back down to the very start of this rally, start of this more pronounced rally upwards here, then the target is about 66,000-ish. And you can see on this chart, I don't have any other lines right there, but certainly this is a possibility. And then we would, now if we came up that far, so 66,000-ish is pretty close to our previous all-time high. So it wouldn't be surprising if we did come up to just underneath our all-time high before the halving event. A lot of people are saying we could even break it before the halving. Somebody said 100,000, I believe, before the halving. I don't know about that. Maybe. That'd be crazy. If that did happen, man, oh man, this is going to be a freaking phenomenal bull rally. This market, bull market this year, cycle, bull cycle, that's the word. Not rally, not market, cycle. Okay. And then anyway, everybody's looking for some big pullback. In order to get a big pullback, I think what would predicate that would be a move up to our previous all-time high. Like right around there. And then back down here. Possibly to this area. 58,000. Who knows where we're going to go? We'll have to deal with that later. Not going to get into that argument. But anyway, onwards and upwards. So, yeah, so that RSI before was saying, hey, Bitcoin is about to bust a move. Here on this chart, too, you can, well, those are the trend lines. I mean, those are the pulls I just drew. So those aren't really... Interesting, though, how it's following that slope. Now, the other thing I did want to talk about with regard to Bitcoin was this right here. Now, for the past, over the weekend, at least, I don't remember how far back, maybe even Friday or Thursday, looking here in the mid-center of your screen, there is BT, right below total 3 is the Bitcoin US dollar index. And below that is the Bitcoin futures with the exclamation point. Oh, and it says Bitcoin futures below that, CME. For the past at least 5 days or so, futures has been trading at most like about $100, maybe $140 premium to spot. And even the past couple days today, it was even at a discount to spot, I believe. I did see that at one point. So when that happens, that indicates that the market is kind of bearish, or maybe they just want you to think they're bearish. But either we're going sideways or down or something. Whoops, I hit something. And now, what are we? Spot is at 51,400, and futures is almost 800 at an $800 premium to spot. Tells me somebody's bullish about something here. Now, either this is pumping on the, well, I don't know. Someone told me Nvidia had good earnings or something like that. I didn't really get around to checking that out, but that the market is very excited about that. Maybe that's part of the deal. Or perhaps they know that the Genesis selling is over for now, or over completely. I don't know. Maybe James from Invest Answers would have that information. So I suggest you go watch his channel. He doesn't pay me to say that. So This is telling me something's going on. And what I saw, the signs that I saw on the RSI are telling me that there's a potential explosion to the upside here. So that's about it. Leave it there and like, subscribe. And before I go, though, I just did everything I could to get another $8,000 into my IRA account. And it's currently in fiat limbo, where it has to wait a couple days to get there. Now, that is the case with my IRA, and it's the case with anyone. You're gonna. There is more than one out there. Just to let you know, if you listen to any other channel, you would think that there's only one crypto IRA out there. And I had an experience with that one, and it was a piece of shit. They had absolutely no customer service. I got crickets when I tried to contact them. They denied me when I was going through the KYC process. They said, "Sorry, you do not qualify." And I said, "Hey, what the hell? I wasn't trying to trick them or anything. I gave them my actual ID. It had a big triangle on it, and it's the ID I've used to KYC in many other places. But for some reason, they said, no, we're very serious here. We take our KYC process seriously, and you do not qualify." So I was just kidding about the triangle. It was my actual ID. And that I tried to reach out to them, and whatever. And I didn't get a response. I tried like twice, and I did not get a response from them. And I'm like, F this, man. So I Googled crypto IRA, and I found Alto IRA. And I said, hey, these guys look pretty legit. Let me give them a try. I couldn't have had an easier process. I sent them my driver's license and whatever else, a picture of me, I think, and my driver's license. And I don't know if I had to send a picture of me. Whatever I had to do, whatever the usual thing is, I did the usual thing, and they said, "Come aboard, welcome." And they use Coinbase for trading and custody, and everything was really, really simple there. I haven't had any problems with them. Whenever I contact them about something with a question, they get back to me right away. And they even say, "Oh, we're busy. It may take a couple days," but no, they get back to me like within 24 hours. And they have a nice response, and they're very thorough, and I love them. I love them. And so did everything I could to get another $8,000, which is the max allowed for this year, so that my money can grow tax-free. You can trade that. And I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm not your financial advisor, or a financial advisor, or and some would argue I'm really not much of a technical analyst, really. But so I can trade that tax-free. I already paid taxes on the money that's going into it, so I don't have to. I'm not penalized with taxes anymore when I trade it, when I withdraw it in the future, as far as current law goes, or anything like that. So that's awesome, because the tax burden is a big issue in trading decisions, which I still need to make a video about that. And hint, hint, it has to do with the 4-year cycle and lots of other things. So try them out. Alto IRA, ALTO IRA. And they do not pay me to say this, but when I receive good service, I praise it. And I praise it no problem, because it needs to be done. Too many times people are seeing comments that people are bagging on something or whatever. Actually, you see a lot of good comments, but I think those are probably solicited. Maybe, I don't know. But I like to praise when people do a good job. And when people don't do a good job, they don't get my business. And that's what they need. That's what they, and I'm very, 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 very strict on that. There are a lot of banks right now that are, sorry, you guys are not getting my business. A lot of other services, you do not treat me right, you do not get my service. I will not put up with it. So, okay, like, subscribe, and see you next time.